Hey, a few things have happened lately. Like this is just going to be sort of a diary kind of thing, you know. Um, I was going down to the supermarket. I was always getting harassed in the supermarket, and it's like I was saying, things were starting to get to me, you know, and I was starting to just react, even though like I wasn't intending to do anything bad, you know. And I started like knocking stuff over in the supermarket deliberately if I was getting harassed in there, and I started doing that and nothing happened from it. So I just carried on doing it. If I went in there and I got harassed, like I would deliberately cut the corner and like knock stuff over. And I did that a couple of days, and then the next day I went in there. A few of the staff had changed, and there was a new security guy right at the back. And ever since then, like it's been a lot better in there. It has been a lot better in there, you know. So that's kind of worked out, you know. I wouldn't say I'd never get harassed in there, but I'd get harassed a lot less. Okay, so another thing that happened the other day to me was I was in Santa Monica and I was walking down the road. Two guys walked towards me. I thought it looked a bit, you know, dodgy. One of them harassed me, like, you know, right as he walked past me, he coughed. So I turned around and grabbed hold of him, grabbed hold of his shoulder, and started having a go at him. And I, I told him I knew they was gang stalking me, you know, and I asked them if they wanted to fight me. And there was two of them, and they were all no, you know, and we're not gang stalking you and all this, you know. And it was bullshit, you know. They was definitely gang stalking me, you know. And that was another one of them things, you know, bought me a couple of hours, and then the harassment continued. Yeah, so I've been experimenting a bit with that, you know, and like another thing I did, which was quite aggressive, you know, which was on the metro. Got harassed on the way to Long Beach, and I saw the guy who did it, and the handler was sat the other side of the metro. They obviously both knew each other, and I sat right opposite the perpetrator and just stared at him. But I did have my glasses on. But I just stared and stared at him, and he didn't harass me again. And he got off at the next stop, and so did the handler as well. And they looked quite scared, you know. Um, so that was another thing that worked, you know. It was another thing that like bought me a couple of hours, you know, a piece. Um, Another thing I've been doing is experimenting with routine and routes, you know, because I think what they like is routine, you know, and I was suspecting that they hang around in all the high frequency places, you know, places where a lot of people go, you know, main intersections, you know, main roads and paths, big shops, main shops, you know, they congregate in them areas, you know. So I've been like trying to like mix up my routes a lot, you know. I've been like taking paths alongside the main road, you know, and it's really easy to do in America. You know, it's like there's this main street right near where I live. I'm almost bound to get harassed if I walk down it. But if I walk the parallel street, which is like a like just a residential street, I don't get harassed, you know. So I've been doing that, you know, and I've sort of like started trying to avoid crossing near intersections, you know, if it's safe. I know it's illegal, but obviously what's being done to us is illegal, you know. It saves you having to stand there near the lights, you know, and you know what it's like in America. You could be stood a long time at them lights, and it just gives people an opportunity to harass you, you know, or spot you if you're under the radar already. You know, because as you know, I'm not going out my phone anymore. I've given up my phone. I haven't used my phone for quite a few days now, about 3 or 4 days maybe. Yeah. But I got to admit, I am still getting harassed, you know. And even though I've been doing that, the harassment's got worse over the past couple of days. And I don't know what's happened. Whether they're doing it manually because they're trying to show me it doesn't matter if I take my phone out, because they want me to take my phone out, you know, or what, you know. But I don't want it with me anyway, because I think what I'm doing is like stopping low-level perpetrators from harassing me, you know. And I think, you know, they've got to need more equipment, you know. I think they've definitely got apps for their phones, you know. So if they can track your phone, you just make it easy for them, you know. So I'm just trying to make it difficult, but like I say, I don't know if it's worked, to be honest with you. The roots thing has worked though. Like it's lessened, you know, it's lessened my harassment quite a lot. You know, I don't tell anyone about what I'm planning to do anymore. You know, where I'm planning to go. If I go in a shop and they're like, "What can I help you?" You know, just say I'm browsing. You know, even if I know what I'm after. You know, because you just get the feeling every little bit of information is useful to them, probably. You know. So it's a bit of a shame, you know, that I've got to be like quite secretive about certain things and stuff, but you know, that's what I'm going to do from now on. Yeah, okay, so that's that. That's me so far. Cheers. See you guys later, and girls.